Hi, I'm Amy Holcomb, Experiential Learning Supervisor here at the library. I'm excited to talk to you about one of our favorite science tools you can borrow from the library, a telescope. So how does a telescope work? Telescopes are tools that make faraway objects like stars or planets appear much closer. There are two main types of telescopes, a refractor telescope that uses glass lenses and a reflector telescope that uses mirrors. The PowerSeeker 50AZ by Celestron is a refracting telescope. That means it works by bending light through a lens to form an image. The telescope has two lenses, the objective lens inside the tube and the eyepiece. The objective lens collects the light from a faraway object and brings that light to a focus point. The eyepiece takes the focus point light and magnifies it so that our eyes can see it better. This process is similar to using a magnifying glass, where a small image is spread out so it appears bigger to our eyes. When we look through the eyepiece toward the objective lens, and the objective lens is pointed up into space, light will travel through the objective lens, into the tube, and to our eye looking through the eyepiece. That light will form the image of the stars or even the craters on the moon that the telescope is pointing toward. That means we use the telescope at night when there are few clouds and there is no rain or snow. It is never safe to point this type of telescope at the sun. The telescope also has a tripod. The tripod will help keep the telescope stable while you view celestial objects, and it can adjust heights for ease of use by people who are taller or shorter. The finder scope is attached to the optical tube to manually aim the telescope in the direction of the object you wish to see. The finder scope uses a smaller amount of magnification, so you have a larger field of view. Some finder scopes have crosshairs to help with the alignment. The focus knob is located under the eyepiece and is used to sharpen an image so it's not blurry. Turning the focus knob clockwise will focus on an object that is farther away from what you are currently observing. And turning the focus knob counterclockwise will focus on an object that is closer. Most telescopes come with 2 to 3 eyepieces of varying focal length, which is the distance between the center of a lens and its focus. You can use the focal length of your eyepiece and that of the telescope, in our case the objective lens, to calculate the magnification of your telescope. We divide the telescope focal length by the eyepiece focal length to calculate magnification. For example, using the 700mm telescope with the 20mm eyepiece has a magnification of 35 times. Now that you know the parts of the telescope and how it works, you're ready to give it a try. Let's see how to use the viewfinder to look at a specific object through the telescope. First, align the finder scope with the object you want to view. Next, when the desired object is viewable through the eyepiece, use the focusing knob to adjust the focus of the object in the eyepiece. Note that anything you look at through this type of refracting telescope will be inverted, meaning it will look upside down and backwards. This is due to the way the lenses in the telescope affect the light. Now it's your turn. Check out the library's events calendar to see when we're hosting our next Stargazer night. You can also check out one of our telescope STEAM kits located in the youth department. Next time you're at the library, stop by the Boombox to see what other science activities you can try. What will you learn today?